Hello everyone, so today we will create character for our spaceship. So let's start. Create a triangle, we'll rotate it 180 degrees. Alright, so let's create a cylinder. Scale a bit. Same for a cube. Scale a bit, and I'll probably select the bottom part. Scale a little bit more. Try to match roughly a triangle. Great. Maybe I will stay to the grid. Increase a little bit more. This part. Great. So this cube will be head. Probably in here it's a neck or something like that. We will try to match this character and pivot to our spaceship. Okay, so what we can do next, probably with that triangle, we'll create some legs, something similar to legs. Okay. Let's go to vertex. Let's create shape like this. Great. Can treat it as the full legs, So probably what I will do, I'll try to connect these points with a knife tool. Great, and I will maybe I will go to press space in order to go to the window view. Select the window. It will be front camera, and what I will do with a knife tool, I will slice the bottom part. Great. I'll press space button again, and we will go to the perspective view. Let's try to bridge and divisions. Select the vertex point and merge it. Okay. So now I will select all these faces. Great. And okay, so let's go and find out where's the separate. Great. So now we have this part separated, and the rest we can delete it. Okay, so let's try again to bridge these two lines. I will enable wireframe mode. So select one edge, another edge, press bridge, and add divisions. Great. So let's select the vertex mode, select everything, press shift, left mouse click, merge vertices. Great. Press free in order to check how it will look in a smooth view. Okay. So we can do next, we can slice it again and create slide bending. Okay, so we'll go to the right window view. We'll enable as well this camera wireframe view. Select the slice tool, press shift in order to get the straight line. Okay, okay. What we will do next? Probably I will try to move that part, maybe something like that, and we can try rotate a bit, or maybe maybe right now I will leave it like that, because I don't know when we will create a middle part how they will connect. Okay, so we can go and bevel this part as well, and probably before that I will create a cube. Great, and let's press, I believe this one is smooth. Awesome, and smooth one more time. Great, something like that. Can select square and do extrusion. Press R in order to straighten the line. I will go to the edge mode, control click and press Ctrl B in order to bevel the line. Great. So let's try to bevel this line. Awesome. And again I will select a knife tool and try to connect this edge. Great. Great. So probably we can go in this part. We'll select both of these faces. I'll use extrude operation. Okay. Something like that. And if you don't know how to use extrude tool, you can go to my hotline breakdown tutorials and check tutorials about the extrusion. Great. So as a connector we need some kind of circle, and need to do the same thing in here. I mean from the extrusion side we will offset a bit. Something went wrong. Okay, let's try again. Extrude, offset. Okay, awesome. Maybe we can make it a bit bigger. Great, something like that. Now we can play with the scale a bit. Okay, probably I will leave it like that, and we'll press the cube again, subdivide it a few times in order to get the spherical shape. Definitely we can go with a sphere, but I like better topology of a cube. It's up to you, definitely up to you. If you want, you can create a what just happened? Why? Something went wrong. A second. Okay. So the pivot is not in the right location. So we can go and press this button for a pivot, or modify center the pivot, or you can use that button. Great, so let's assign it to the mesh, and let's position another part. Okay, I will isolate it. Don't forget the button we have in here. We can shrink a bit, probably. In this direction, and probably we can check this out. Can shrink from the top side, but to complete it properly, I've not showed you one option. As you can see right now, the pivot is on the world axis, and if you press Ctrl Shift right click, you can go to world normals or the object. The object is working not so great right now, as you can see. So what we can do, we can go to the axis, custom axis, and set our axis to the face, edge, point, etc. So in this case, I will set to the face, that one, and just shrink it like that. Okay, so it will be fitting properly. I believe so. Okay, so what we can do next, can select this cube and press Ctrl B in order to bevel that. I will go to point 1 in order to get this bevel lines, because if there will be 90-degree angle, as this cube has 90-degree angle, it will be very difficult to render, because it will be straight lines. Let's say there won't be reflections, or let's say proper reflections. So in order to do everything right, you need to bevel almost every edge, I mean corner edge. Okay, so what we can do in here, we can add a spiral. So I will remove that part. I will go to the create polygons and helix. And for a helix, let's check the options. First of all, press Ctrl Shift, right click, and go to the world position. Okay, so what we will do, I will scale a bit the radius. Height, let's play with the height. Something like that, probably calls for. Can play with the height. I want them to be as a solid part, you know. Don't want to see through it. Definitely we can do that. Okay, maybe I will leave it like that. We will check it. Okay, so shrink it down a bit. For the radius, I will go to 0.1. 0.1, 0.5. Great. Okay, something like that. I don't know. It will look decent, but oh well. We have what we have. Great. So what we can do next? We can create a probably camera for our robot. So let's move it onto the grid. Snap with the X button. Looks like my tool crashed. Okay, sorry, the tool was stopped. Great. So let's create the eye or the camera. So select spaces, deselect the side. I will extrude, offset, maybe 0.2. Great. Okay, so I will press shift and extrude it again. Can select the middle point for this object. Now, to be like a lens or something like that, we can select that point and use chamfer, I believe it calls chamfer. Yeah, select the face, and again we will try to poke the faces and to create a connection, let's say in the middle. Okay. Okay, so we will get not so sharp angle. We can even scale a bit, you know. Awesome. Great, so we can do next. We can add, let's say, bevel lines. So I will select the ring, go to edges, edge perimeter, Ctrl B in order to bevel. Probably I will shrink it to 0.2. Great, something like that. Let's check this out, how it will look if I will smooth. We need supportive line in here, so I will select slice tool and add supporting lines in there as well in here. Great, so let's check this out, how it will look. Awesome. Okay, so we can duplicate that object, shrink it down, and try to position somewhere here, for example. Awesome. It will be like a second cam. And okay, let's make another cube. We'll create antenna. Okay. Place it somewhere here. I will isolate the object. Let's do some topology in here. I will select the top face and I will extrude it again. Extrude it again. Now we will extrude it one more time, but with an offset of point 1, for example, extrude it again, something like that. Great. So let's smooth it and check it how it will look. And we have problems with that part. Probably we inverted the normals. Yeah, I can see that there's some kind of problems. So I will just delete, the top part, and I will try to extrude it one more time. So I will do that. Let's say extrusion to the sides. To the top, and we should have, but I cannot see in this menu, option to fill the hole. As you can see in mesh, you can fill the hole. Great. So let's check it out how it will look. Awesome. So we will have some kind of antenna, something like that. Okay. So what we will do next, we will select we will select this area, so pressing the tab key to paint, let's say, on the mesh. Yes, I want to continue. I don't know what's happening with that too. Okay, so what we will do next, we selected all these faces and we want to duplicate it around this sphere. Do that. So I will try to extract it. This is the extract button. Great. So we have our pivot in the center. So what we can do next, we can go select all this loop again, press shift and dot in order to increase our selection range. Okay, so what I will do next, I will select all of this. Let's go to the group, Ctrl G, and as you can see, our pivot in its center. So let's press Ctrl and D in order to duplicate. Now we press E in order to go to the rotation key, and we can move everything by 90 degrees on y-axis. What we can do next, just press Shift and D. As you can see, it will place in the same increment, and Shift and D again. Awesome. As you can see, we have our small robot. Okay, so what to do next? Probably I will select all of these parts and go to the mesh and combine them as one whole object. Then I will go to the vertex point, select everything, shift right click vertices and merge vertices. Great. So we have the robot. And by the way, don't forget that you can group the object. So I will select everything because we have a mess and press Ctrl G in order to group it. And let's rename it GRP robot 01. And now I can center a pivot, clear the history, freeze the transformation. We have additional node, group, empty, we will delete it. So we can rename all this object correspondingly. For example, it's a antenna. I don't know Probably in English it's not the typing not the same, but oh well. Camera 01, camera 02, and neck, hips, leg, front 01, neck, back 01, leg, whoops, leg right, leg left. The same with this joint or I don't know. Okay, I will call it ball. Okay. Okay, so basically as you can see we name it everything, almost everything. Okay, the head, great. So we have everything. Okay, it's a hips. I hope there's no more mistakes. Okay, so we can save it like that, and yeah, we have a robot. Hope you liked this tutorial, and yeah, next we will place that robot into our spaceship and assign the textures or the shaders, let's say. Okay, have a nice one.